Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Anthony Carlisle. Thank you for joining us. On the evening of May 2nd, 2008, Cyclone Nargis made landfall along the southern Myanmar mainland. Tzu Chi immediately began to set into motion short, mid and long-term plans to deliver humanitarian aid, while Dai news teams followed their lead and pushed into the hardest-hit areas. The storm brought 3-metre-high waves that assaulted the Irrawaddy Delta and 4 other areas, causing flooding to a greater and lesser extent across the entire region. Officials estimated at least 140,000 casualties. Beginning today, we'll be bringing you a special series called 180 Days After Nargis to track the slow road to recovery.
At the end of autumn and the beginning of winter, the annual Festival of Lights approaches, and the joyous time of the harvest. While traveling from Yangon to Bagali, Dai reporters saw vigorous activity everywhere. The closer to Bagali they went, the more basic local life became. In many areas, Myanmar lacks electricity, yet businesses are recovering, as may be seen at this long-established bakery. The proprietress says that although sales volume is only half of what it was before the cyclone, she remains willing to get whatever a customer needs, even when it means losing money.
I try to place the limits to give people preferential prices. I try to make the bread its best to help out others in their life.
Disasters always inspire neighbors to the purest acts of kindness and charity, and this cyclone is no different. It changed Myanmar's relationship to the world.
Therefore, not to like Indonesia tsunami or Bangladesh cyclone, it may not happen like this. There are many people coming, but because of sanctions, so that's why it's very difficult to come in. But actually, we have to think about the humanitarian aid.
He agreed to allow international aid workers into the affected areas.
To save human life is a race against time and distances. But after 3 weeks of mediation, the UN and other aid organizations succeeded in persuading the Myanmar government to open the land to aid deliveries. But with so much of the Irrawaddy Delta in need, this was only the beginning of the challenge. While the cities and surrounding areas have, since Nargis' passing, largely settled down, outlying areas are still in dire need. This is a boat heading towards a village on the south coast. This maze of waterways is part of what slowed the pace of aid here, where solitary house frames remind all that families once lived here. Time is as if frozen, and the survivors still carry an immense emotional pain. The children at play on this piece of empty land remind us that this once was a school. And where are the homes? Ong Min Min is taking us to his auntie's home. Of his family, now there is only Ong Min Min. Barely 11 years old, Ong Min Min will never again enjoy family security. The government refuses to allow other nations to take in orphans from the disaster. Thus, Myanmar's people are lifting themselves up. One woman cannot stand to see so many homeless children, And so her family of 6 suddenly turned into a home of 15, with their lives now all depending on UN food aid.
Just seeing them made me so sad, so I gathered them to all live together. It doesn't matter if they still have a family or not, because I have a lot to give, so I work a bit harder to cook meals for them.
The Myanmar government, which was widely condemned for its ineffectual aid relief, is today asking for help.
We welcome and are very thankful for the NGOs who have come. Bogali town has 362 schools, some totally collapsed, some partially. Currently only 61 schools have been rebuilt.
These shattered homes, fields and hopes need time to recover. Reconstruction's pace may be slow, but it is steady. As for the hidden emotional scars, for now, only the victims know how long it will take them to heal.